the Board of Governors, I declare this ceremony open. Please sit down.
I call on Professor Lord Stern to give the welcoming address.
We're here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate what you have done as undergraduates and graduates of the LSE, and we're here to celebrate your association with the LSE. Now, one's association with the LSE is something very personal, and we all have our own stories and understandings of the LSE. In my case, the personal relationship is that my mother was an undergraduate at the LSE, but for all of you, it will mean different things. But for all of us, I think, we share the association, the admiration, the friendship of our colleagues and students. We share the great internationalism of the LSE. You will now have friends in virtually any country that you visit. There'll be somebody you know when you get off the plane. We have also the spirit of the Webbs and their founding of the school, which is that studying here and teaching here embodies a commitment to put that study and our understanding that we've acquired, at least I hope we've acquired, to good use to change the world. So in whatever way the LSE is special to you, I hope you celebrate it and you share it with others. You are, as well as our alumni, our ambassadors. Now, of course, the period that you've been here is of fundamental importance in its own right. It's a crucial part of your life. But it's also a stepping stone. And I trust, I hope, that your time at the LSE will contribute to your material success. Indeed, the average income of our graduates is a good deal higher than in most other institutions. And why not? Indeed, it does matter. But I hope your time here is fruitful in other ways as well. I hope that it allows you to change the way in which you understand the world. I hope it allows you to make a difference through what you've learned and what you've become. So put your skills to use, not only in your career, but also beyond your career in both cases, to help understand, to challenge. After all, there is no tradition in the LSE of dwelling on agreement. Your job, as well as to understand, is to challenge, but also to create new ways of doing things. Now, my own generation has a mixed record in making the world a better place. The legacy that we leave to you and those younger than you has many strengths, but also deep flaws and weaknesses. So, as I hope you've learned from us, I hope you will also resolve to do things differently from us. You will have to define your own challenges in your own way. In my own work, it's been trying to overcome world poverty and trying to make the physical environment much better. And my own belief is that if we fail on one, we fail on the other. But you must define your own priorities and devote your life to those. But that's enough of philosophizing from me. Now is the time to celebrate and enjoy. And it's also a time to thank your family and friends. Most of you are here only because your family and friends have made such a difference in all sorts of different ways in getting you here and keeping you here to this stage. So what I would like you to do is to join me in giving a round of applause and a cheer or two to the family and friends who made it all possible for you. Woo! So our deepest thanks to them. In that very important sense, you are our alumni too, and we'd like to keep in touch with you just as we'd like to keep in touch with our students. So we salute what our students have achieved. We anticipate and hope for a close and continuing relationship. This is now your LSE. And we wish you the very best on life's road, confident that you will do better than we have done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Lord Stern, for such an interesting speech. In accordance with the traditions of the school, the graduands will now be presented to the director, Professor Judith Rees. This ceremony applauds the success of each and every graduand in becoming a graduate of the school and in joining our global network of alumni. In addition, we will acknowledge the outstanding achievement of those individuals who have been awarded a classification of first-class honours or of distinction, as well as those who have been awarded school or departmental prizes. Each department is represented by a senior member of the school's academic staff. He or she will declare the names of those graduands present here today who followed courses of study or research in the school, leading to the degrees they will announce. The members of staff who will present the graduands are Professor David Webb of the Department of Finance, Dr. Jean-Paul Faguet of the Department of International Development, and Dr. Stephen Casey of the Department of International History. I invite you to join my assembled colleagues in congratulating each graduand as they cross the stage, and in celebrating the success of the students who graduated in 2012. Thank you. I now call on Professor David Webb of the Department of Finance to present students from his department who have followed courses of study or research in the school leading to the degrees he will announce.
Director, I present to you students from my department who have followed courses of study in the school. The degree Master of Science in Finance Full-Time, Savos Achelios. Omalad Rafiet Adebishi. With distinction, Salman Al-Khalifa. Jean Hélène Marie Athabigwati. Osama Mohammed Arif. Narek Erian. Aditi Balachandar. With distinction, Anastasia Baliakina. With distinction, Wolfgang Anton Bauer. Stefano Carioni. Novin Yunwen Chan. Zhu Chen. Philip Coulomb. Christina Georgieva. With distinction, Yuting Guo. With distinction, Hao Wang. Liu Andrew Ebor. Anka Ion. Rohit Sharan Jain. Shukita Jain. Haojin Jiang. With distinction, Yating Ji. Ayesha Kapoor. Winner of the first place Antoine Grimaud Prize for Outstanding Performance in MSc Finance Full-Time. With distinction, Andrea Clement. Pradyum Kathari. Winner of the second place Antoine Grimaud Prize for Outstanding Performance in MSc Finance Full-Time, with distinction, Lucas Kremens. Ricky Likey Larson. Theodora Leonidou. With distinction, Yan Li. Mikko Emily Lindgren. Panos Marinopoulos. Yasin Milanov Milanavov. With distinction, Anton Moroz. Siddharth Natarajan. Umut Ozoren. David Mark Oster Pedersen. Daphne Pezzati. Lucia Anna Fluger. Marcin Pruski. With distinction, Men Chu. Bojan Radovic. Andreas Frederick Wilhelm Rome. With distinction, Christian Rolofs. With distinction, Ernesto Rubio Premienta. Cordelia Shackleton. Paulina Sokolova. David Soria. With distinction, Udit Toddy. Evangelia Simiampau. Valeria Uliano. Svetlana Velesinova Vasileva. With distinction, Kirill Verentsky. Alexander Wei Ho Wong. With distinction, Yung Chao Zhao. Master of Science in Finance part-time, David Adams. Faz Azim. Chujia Chai. Sergio Miguel Carvalho Rodriguez. Mohammed Zakaria Chowdhury. Rory William Codd. James Michael Scott Collier. Xavier Paul Delestrade. Emmanuel N.A. Vincent Edouard Godriel. Dalson Chi Tik Hai. Ross Duncan Hibbard. Karl Einer Hayden. Muna Kitab. Shailendra Kul Shrestra. Li Liang. Yang Liu. Simon Malouf. Nathan Kenneth Mosher. Winner of the Antoine Forgrimaud Prize for Outstanding Performance in MSc Part-Time with Distinction, Christophe Philippe Orchel. Adita Sega Fahuja. Julia Rakau Skate. Patrick Dean Norris Russell. With distinction, Tarun Sachdeva. Zhaoyang Ji. Master of Science in Finance and Economics, Ashita Ardash Agarwal. Vrinda Agarwal. Aurelian Artaud. With distinction, Yulia Baranova. Go Chen. Kristen Coate. Thu Ha Duong. Zhang Yu Fan. Li Fang. Mashima Gupta. With distinction, Wejia Han. Yingwo Sami Ho. Ashima Jain. With distinction, Meng Jin. With distinction, Leona Helene Josephidis. Anton Kadyrov. Frank Califat. Winner of the first place Antoine Faure-Grimaud Prize for Outstanding Performance in MSc Finance and Economics, with distinction, Viktor Kochemirovsky. Michael Eugen Kuntz. Mingbei Li. Testing my memory. Yeed Li. Yu Quan Lin. With distinction, Hongji Lu. With distinction, Konstantin Egbert Lux. Luis Esteban Maldonado Cabrera. Mark Mitrovic. Alexandros Morachovsky. Shang Ho Na. Michael Razin. Alexei Razovev. Konstantin Alexander Roth. With distinction, Radhika Senai. Anne-Marie Schoenbeek. Pavel Spezivchev. With distinction, Tim Benjamin Michael Stolper. Joint winner of the second place Antoine Faure-Grimaud Prize for Outstanding Performance in MSc Finance and Economics, with distinction, Johanna Struntz. With distinction, Vido Tanaya. Wei Tang. With distinction, Ilyana Nikolaeva Sankova. Pavlos Sokos. Shantau Verma. Zhu Wang. Chawen Wang Muti Takul. With distinction, Ursula Viriandinata. Nian Chia. Here. Chi Feng Yang. Dongwei Yu. With distinction, Christian Johannes Zilgmans. Master of Science in Finance and Economics by Research, Yulia Davidova. Jesus Andres Gorin. Ling Qian Kong. Master of Science in Finance and Private Equity, Danila Amelin. Christian Branham Burns. Jonathan Pierre-Henri Denay. With distinction, Luca Desi. Stéphane Maître Marie Dugré. With distinction, Alvin Raj Singh Gill. Alexander Madeleine Victor Gormans. With distinction, David Michael Bordeaux Jolly. Akshay Kapoor. Marcin Kobzinski. Jenna Kim Yin Lee Sung Sang. Justin Turk Fin Liu. Jinghu Lin. Zhao Liu. Matteo Martinelli. Christoph Rugatz. Tobias Richter. Stéphane Benedict Maria Sear. Yingzhu Tao. Babia Tewari. Decha Tirakjipong. Winner of the Antoine IV Grimaud Prize for overall student performance in the MSc Finance and Private Equity, with distinction, Neri Tolado. Doctor of Philosophy for research in Essays in Financial Intermediation, Zijun Liu. Doctor of Philosophy for research in Is consumption growth only a sideshow in asset pricing? Asset pricing implications of demographic change and shocks to time preferences. Thomas Andreas Maurer. Doctor of Philosophy for research in Essays on Delegated Portfolio Management, Sitikantha Barida.
I call on Dr. Jean-Paul Faguet of the Department of International Development to present students from his department who have undertaken research in the school leading to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Director, I present to you students from my department who have undertaken research in the school. Doctor of Philosophy for research in social movement networks, policy processes, and forest tenure activism in Indonesia, Monica Di Gregorio. Doctor of Philosophy for research in the politics of evidence towards a critical deliberative environmental governance, Laureen Lynn Elgert. Doctor of Philosophy for research in the road to development, market access and varieties of clientelism in rural Punjab, Pakistan, Mavish Shami.
I call on Dr. Stephen Casey of the Department of International History to present students from his department who have followed courses of study or research in the school leading to the degrees he will announce.
Director, I present to you students from my department who have followed courses of study in the school. Bachelor of Arts in History, Robert Baker. Winner of the Stevenson Prize for the highest aggregate and joint winner of the C.S. McTaggart School Prize for Best Exam Results with First Class Honours, David Broder. Xu Wen Chi. Joshua Cole. James Nicholas Craig. George Dowson. Cedric James Fromageau. Eleanor Galloway. Suleika Urub Hassan. Sam Johnson. Winner of the James Joel Book Prize for highest dissertation mark with first-class honours, Daniel Richard Jones. Michael Kiersey. Ben Knott. Thomas Francis Lionel Lennon. Greg Malagine. Lucy McFadden. Isabella Cadell Nimmo. Kerry Rose O'Donnell. Rhiannon Sidney Parkinson. Usha Patel. Charlie Peake. Leonora Rumsey. Connor Rushby. Jeremy Smith. Emily Jean Taylor. Bachelor of Science in International Relations and History, Payam Akram. Lawrence Atchison. Eduardo Enrique Baudo Haddad. Sophie Gabriella Beardshall. Nazima Begum Ali. Maria Belasova. Alexandra Kasikia. Andrea Chabon Sanchez. Chloe Sophia Clift. Gregory Lawrence Donovan. Najla El Ghazarieli. Lewis Moss Giles. Zbigniew Yannick. Ivo Zhongyan. Kirsten Keeble. Shi Wo Long. Keely Claire McKinlay. Vincent Mock. Gerardo Navarro Vasquez. Tomika Newson. With first-class honours, Jasper L. Tillman. Elliot Vick. Henry Waterhouse. Shamara Wetamuni. Master of Science in International and World History, LSE in Columbia. With distinction, Arthur Azaraf. With distinction, Justin Thomas Brooks. With distinction, Sally Davis. Joseph Johannes Antonius Maria de Vries. Gina Evans. With distinction, Tammy Gubarek. With distinction, Hans-Peter Bauker-Hendricks. With distinction, Anne Elizabeth Irfan. With distinction, Christoph Anton Kosmicki. Sophie Charlotte Preuss. Daria Ruholiman. Jean-Louis Stassen. Sitabria Brittany Stevens. With distinction, Dawn Marie Whitehead. Doctor of Philosophy. For research in British Opinion and Policy towards China, 1922 to 1928, Phoebe Hung Chow. Doctor of Philosophy. For research in Juana I and the struggle for power in an age of transition, 1504 to 1521, Gillian Beatrice Fleming. Doctor of Philosophy. For research in Great Britain and Naval Arms Control, International Law and Security, 1898 to 1914, Scott Andrew Kiefer.
I call on the Director.
Thanks, Adrian. It's always wonderful to see so many of you here. In fact, so many wanted to come this year that we've had to put on 7 ceremonies, which is an awful lot. And I never dreamt I'd be shaking quite so many hands. We reckon it will be 2,700 by 6 o'clock tomorrow, which is rather a lot. Anyway, I'm also incredibly pleased to see how well our students scrub up when they try. I haven't recognized many of them. They don't normally look like that. Okay. I hope you will regard this as a special day. It does mark, I think, an important transition in your lives. You will now spread, I suspect, all over the world into diverse career paths. But I hope you will always think of LSE wherever you are. It's also a day when you can be proud of yourselves. Because, as I'm sure you all know, LSE is pretty hard to get into, but I think you now all know it's pretty hard to get out of with a good degree. You can also congratulate yourself that you've done enough work and you've missed enough of the attractions of student life and London life to actually have got that degree. And you've also not been tempted too much by the incredible program of events which we hold at the school. One of the things that surprises me is that anybody does any work, because if they went to every event program, that is virtually all they would do. But it's a huge strength of LSE. You know, where on earth in the world could you, in 1 week, see Aung San Suu Kyi on one day, the Dalai Lama on the next day, and Joseph Stiglitz on the day after that? It's an amazing place to be, and I hope a lot of you have taken the opportunity to see the world leaders, the world leading figures that have come through the school. It's longer than I care to remember. It's certainly over 45 years ago that I was in the shoes of many of you, because I then became a graduate of LSE. And I can honestly say that being the first person in my whole family to ever got a degree, I can say that LSE completely transformed my life. It transformed my expectations. It transformed my value systems. It gave me a hugely different view about cultures, different aspirations worldwide. Just changed the way that I thought. And I hope some of you in the future will be able to look back and say, LSE changed your lives. Now, I know that there's a huge change in the school in the 45 years that have passed between when I graduated and you graduated. The buildings are certainly a lot better. But the values are largely the same. We still aim to produce students who are questioning, students that are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom, students who are prepared to engage in key political and public debates, and students with a respect for other people's views, cultures, and values. Those, to me, are values that we try and embed in the school, and which I know all the staff believe in strongly. Okay. Now, before we close the ceremony, I want all the parents and friends to do one thing for me. I want you to get up, and if you're downstairs, to turn around towards the students. If you're upstairs, you're going to just have to try and peer down, right? Now, the students have worked hard. The LSE is not the easiest place to be. It's a challenging place. And so let us congratulate our students one last time. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. I think that's enough. I don't want it to go to their heads, okay? Now, it's actually a good job that Nick Stern and I are old friends, because at this point in the ceremony, I normally say, students, get up and thank all the people who have supported you, right? But of course, he's done that already. So I'm still going to ask the students to thank some other people, right? And those we tend to forget. And it might just be possible that some of the staff had something to do with the degrees that you've got, okay? Okay. Thanks. Thank you, thanks. I'm going to embarrass somebody. Adrian, would you please stand? Now, we don't normally do this, but it's not normal that the secretary of the school actually retires. He has done over 120 of these ceremonies, and he retires tonight, all right? So I think we should give a round of applause for him. Yeah. Good, Adrian. Okay. And finally, can I just say a couple of things? Is that the first thing is that you know there are various receptions around the school, and please go to those, because I know a lot of people like to meet you, and it's very good for you to meet with other students and the parents of other students. Okay. The other thing I want to say is that the graduands are now part of an enormous social network. You are now alumni of the school, and we have over 100,000 alumni in 140 different countries. And I hope very, very much that many of you will want to be active in that network. I've been struck talking to various alumni that are in various groups by how many of them say they gained from LSE and they would like to give something back. Sometimes they mean money, which is wonderful, but more often what they mean is that they would like to help students coming to the school who happen to live in their towns, or that they would like to welcome alumni moving in to their countries or their towns. And I very much hope that you will want to get active in one of those networks. Yeah. And then finally, can I ask everybody to remain seated when the ceremony is closed so that the platform party can actually escape? Thank you very much. Thank you. And good luck.
By the authority of the Board of Governors, I declare this ceremony closed.